So, hello everyone, good afternoon to all. Just confirm me once in the chat box that my voice is audible and this PDF file is visible to you so that we can start our discussion on a very relevant, on a very hot topic, that is tax audit, the technical analysis. Yes, sir. Today is the day on which we are going to discuss on a very important, on a very relevant, on a very hot topic, that is tax audit. Now, many chartered accountant, many professional have started the work on this tax audit. Okay, they have started the work. We have started the work on this tax audit. We have received the data from the client, and now, the point is that in this particular webinar, we'll discuss something important about the tax audit. I am also going to share with you certain insights that what are the things we need to check from the GST perspective while doing the tax audit so that our tax audit will be in an effective way. I am also going to share with you certain techniques that how you can initiate or start the tax audit for your new client. What are the things you need to check? Also, I will give you certain insights or techniques that how you can complete your tax audit in a given time with an effective and smooth way. Okay, so and also I am not going to take your much more time because I know very well today is Sunday, so I will complete my session. I will conclude my deliberation in next 40 to 45 minutes or maximum 50 minutes. Okay, so we have chat box on the YouTube panel, so if you have any question, any doubt, any query, you just need to put the question in the chat box. Okay, or also if you have any question, any query during the particular period till 30th September related to the tax audit, you may connect with me over my LinkedIn profile, CA Sachin Jain. Okay, so all these type of facilities are available. Also, we'll launch one course on complete tax audit. Those who are first time doing the tax audit or those who want the efficiency and effectiveness while doing the tax audit, so we are launching one course on the tax audit which will start from 16th of August. This is a 3 days course, 16, 17 and 18th. In this course, we'll do the complete analysis, clause by clause analysis of Form 3CD, the technical analysis of financial statement, the relevant things. So the complete bunch will be there. And with this course, we'll provide you the complete Excel tool, that is checklist, to conduct the tax audit in an effective way. Okay, so that will be started from 16th of August. Now, for this today's webinar, I am going to start the discussion on this tax audit. So we have this August and September. We have 2 months to complete this very important task, that is tax audit. Okay, and the problem is that client is also completely dependent on us. Okay, we are doing the tax audit of medium level firms जो होती है उनकी tax audit करते हैं, और we are also handling the MNC's tax audit. But the point is that we need to collect the data, we need to maintain the data, we need to prepare the reports, and we need to file the tax audit report with the income tax return. Okay, that is what is the complete mode of operation. We have around 100, 150, 200, 300 or 50, 60, whatever will be the numbers of tax audit, and we need to conclude it within a time frame. Okay, we have just 2 months and we need to conclude it. And as we all know, there are lots of compliances. We also need to focus on that particular type of compliances. There are a lot of things on which we need to focus, because agar wahan se ek bhi cheez skip ho gayi, in that case this will be a trouble for us. Okay, the mode of the communication of this session will be Hindi and English both. I am going to use the English language during the session. Certain example will be in Hindi. If you have any issue with the language, or if you want to convert, then just put the same in the chat box. I will convert the same for your confirmation, for your comfort zone. Okay, so if possible, share the video link with others so that others can join this webinar and enhance the knowledge related to the tax audit. Now, we'll start our discussion on this tax audit. So, first, हम लोग बोलते हैं कि इफ द बिगनिंग विल बी इन अ परफेक्ट वे, इन दैट केस द कंक्लूजन विल ऑलवेज बी अ परफेक्ट वे. ओके, अगर मेरी बिगनिंग जो है वो परफेक्ट वे में हो गई तो कंक्लूजन विल बी इन अ परफेक्ट वे. दैट इज व्हाट इज द डेफिनेट एंड दिस इज द फैक्ट. So, to start the tax audit in a very well way, one important thing on which we need to be very much focused, that is to start the tax audit in an effective way. So hota kya hai, the problem is that we are starting the tax audit, we are just sending the list to our client कि भैया ये documents है, you just need to send these documents to us, we'll conduct the audit. Okay, वो क्लाइंट हमको डेटा भेजता है एंड वी आर गोइंग टू चेक द लेजर स्क्रूटनी एंड वी आर पुटिंग द डेटा इन various software and we are preparing the financial statement in Excel and we are uploading the same on the income tax portal. All those things are there. But the point is that कभी हमने ये जानने की कोशिश की है what is the nature of that particular industry? What is the working style of that particular industry? What is the principal place of business, or there is any additional place of business is there or not? Any job worker from that particular manufacturer, from that particular business, is it taking the work or providing the work? So the job worker place is added as an additional place of business. I am not talking from the perspective of GST in this specific aspect. As we all know, when we are feeding the data in the form 3CD, at that time, that form is also asking about the principal place of business and the branches. हर जगह ये नहीं चलेगा. We just need to ask the question from our client. Okay, and if possible, provide it on the mail. कई बार हम लोग अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर, एमआरएल लेटर को बहुत ही इग्नोर करते हैं या फिर वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन दैट, बट दीज टू डॉक्यूमेंट्स आर वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड बिकॉज नाउअडेज वी ऑल नो वी आर डूइंग द वर्क एट अ वेरी रिस्क. डॉक्टर जब कोई ऑपरेशन करता है वो पहले साइन करवाता है सारी रिस्क तुम्हारी है, और व्हेन वी आर साइनिंग द ऑडिट रिपोर्ट वी आर साइनिंग दैट ऑल द रिस्क ऑफ द क्लाइंट इज ऑन अस. डोंट डू दिस. Very important document, that is appointment letter and the management representation letter, and whenever you will prepare the MRL letter, all the required clauses should be included in that MRL letter. If you require the draft format of MRL letter, I am ready to share with you, but this is a very required document because time हमारे पास में कम होता है. Client बोलता है I will share with you later on. Don't do this. Ask that sir, I have shared this on your mail ID, just signed it and send it back to me. Okay, you can take the digitally signed copy as well. This is also completely acceptable. And one more thing, पहले मैं आप लोगों के साथ कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें शेयर कर रहा हूं, देन आफ्टर विल स्टार्ट अवर डिस्कशन ऑन द टेक्निकल पार्ट एज वेल. ओके, स्पीड मेरी थोड़ी सी फास्ट हो सकती है बिकॉज वी हैव अ लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम एंड वी नीड टू कन्वर्ट और वी नीड टू कवर अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक. ओके, सो स्पीड के साथ कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. अगर आपको कहीं पर भी लगे कि वी नीड टू मैनेज द स्पीड, यू जस्ट नीड टू टेक्स्ट मी इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके, आई विल मैनेज. Now, whenever you will finalize the audit report and you will provide that audit report to your client, just do one thing. One copy you should take countersigned by the client. Many time होता क्या है, we are not going to take the duplicate copy for our record. As we all know now, peer review is also mandatory. Okay, so when you will go for the peer review, that reviewer will check each and everything. The reviewer will demand multiple things, and if you are not going for the peer review, in that case you will not be eligible for bank audit as well. You will not be eligible for any listed company audit as well. So to grow our practices, there is requirement to maintain the data. Okay, so yes, I will share with you the link, or I will share with you the complete draft copy of MRL and the appointment letter. In that MRL letter, we have included all the mandatory clauses. Okay, and if possible for you, then just share this video link with your article assistant as well, because the article assistant also the key person, okay, of your audit, because they are going to handle that particular audit. And if possible for you, then we have one course of 3 days, 16, 17, 18. If possible, then try to join the course and suggest your articles to join the course, because this will be a complete comprehensive course on the tax audit. Without training, agar kaam hoga, in that case there will be certain mistakes, or at least this video you should share with your article assistant, because multiple things I am going to share with you related to the tax audit in a very technical way. Okay, so these are the 2 points which are very much relevant. Now we'll start our discussion on this tax audit. So before starting the tax audit, just collect the data about the nature of the industry, the data about the manufacturing process. Sir, why there is requirement of the knowledge about the nature of industry? So that you can easily decide the applicability of TDS deduction on various things. You can easily decide the nature of the sales. You can easily decide the nature of the purchase. You can easily decide the related party transactions. You can easily decide the unsecured loan. So this will be helpful in each and everything. Or if you are doing the audit of your regular client, in that case also you should ask that, sir, there is any change in your audit process? And when you will ask these things from your client, yakin maniye, this will be an add-on in your services. And then after you will demand a fees of 15,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 for your tax audit, client will ready to pay. Just try to provide certain extra details, certain extra information. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, अंदर का आइटम कैसा भी हो, उससे ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. इफ द रैपर इज गुड, इन दैट केस we are going to take that particular product. So that is the thing. We also need to market ourselves, because this is the requirement of current time, current scenario with our professional services. So the first thing, when we'll start the audit, we are going to understand the nature of the industry, the additional place of business, the principal place of business. Also will ask or discuss with our client, क्या आप अपना जॉब वर्क कहीं और से करवाते हो क्या? क्या आप किसी और बंदे की सर्विसेज आप यहाँ पर ले रहे हो क्या? Whether there is any sister concern or not. If there is any sister concern, and in that case, what are the type of transactions which you are making with that particular sister concern? What is the nature of work of your sister concern? What is your fund requirement, and from where you have taken the funds, that is bank CC. So all these type of things we need to keep in our mind, and we need to prepare working notes as well, because when you will go for the peer review, at that time they will also ask, and in case of any action, we just need to provide all those things. Okay, so without wasting a single second, I am directly come with my presentation with the PDF file. I have covered certain technical points, so we'll start our discussion. Okay, now inquiry of the nature of the industry, about the principal place of business, about the additional place of business. Now, whenever you will start the audit, there is requirement of certain documents. Okay, or this is the biggest problem, that we are giving the list of the documents to our client multiple time एक document बताते हैं, दूसरे time दूसरा बताते हैं, तीसरे time तीसरा बताते हैं. Try to provide in a comprehensive list. Okay, suppose today is 11th of August, and I suppose everyone has started the work on the tax audit. Okay, so when you will provide the details to your client, just draft one mail or just draft one WhatsApp message that these are the documents which is required for our tax audit. You just need to provide these documents, so that आपका भी एक बर्डन कम होगा. वरना क्लाइंट आपको बार बार फोन करके पूछता है, सर ये वाला फॉर्मेट इस फॉर्मेट में भेजू क्या, मेरे को लेजर पीडीएफ में भेजना है या फिर एक्सेल में भेजना है, आई हैव टू प्रोवाइड द सेल्स रजिस्टर और नॉट, आई हैव टू प्रोवाइड द जीएसटी क्रेडेंशियल्स और नॉट. So we just need to provide one comprehensive list to our client. Okay, so the first mandatory documents which is required, that is my system generated financial statement. Okay, or whenever we'll receive the system generated financial statement, we just need to scrutinize each and every item of the financial statement. Okay, suppose you will get the trading account, the profit and loss account, the balance sheet. Okay, and as well you will get the trial balance. Okay, so you just need to tally the closing balance of each and every item from the ledger. That task you need not to do. You just need to assign this work to your article assistant, so that the work will be in an efficient way, and put a tick mark. Okay, although अब आप लोग बोलेंगे कि ये जो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बना है, दिस इज कंप्लीटली जनरेटेड फ्रॉम द लेजर ओनली, सो एवरीथिंग विल बी परफेक्ट. Why there is requirement to cross check? Sir, when you will cross check it, in that case you will find out multiple errors, because we all know that accounting software, whether it is a Tally, whether it is a BZ, or whether it is any other accounting software, that will be completely reconcile the data and provide the report based on the input. There may be chances मैंने कोई head गलत select कर लिया, in that case reporting will be under the गलत wrong head. So we just need to be very much careful, and this will not take much more time. This will take around half an hour only, and your article assistant can easily do the work. For effective performance of the audit, first requirement is that we need to assign the duty. Okay, we need to assign the work to our article assistant, to our staff. We are just going to, as a chartered accountant, as a professional, we are just going to finalize the audit report. We are just going to scrutinize the ledger, although the prima facie scrutiny of the ledger we should given to our article assistant, to our staff. That will be very much helpful for that person as well. वरना होता क्या है, the biggest problem is that we are just going to focus on the vouching and verification. Our article staff is going to check the each and every voucher and ticking on the purchase register and sales register. Sir, as we all know, the current scenario, the current time is completely based on technology. अभी हम लोग मैनुअल कोई भी हिसाब मेंटेन नहीं होता है. Everything is maintained on the system, and every report is system generated. So we need to be very much sufficient or efficient to check the data technically. और जब आप लोग technically technology के साथ उन data को देखेंगे, in that case you can easily check each and everything in an effective way in a very minimum amount of time. Now there is no requirement to check the purchase register and vouching and verification. You can easily vouching and verification do through the GST website. You can easily link the data which is maintained on the GSTN portal and in your accounting software. You can easily prepare the reconciliation of purchase with the GSTR 2B so that counterparty verification will be done. And there is no requirement that you should do this. Your article assistant, your staff can easily do this. Okay, hence we have designed this particular 3 days course. उसमें एक दिन हमने completely technology के साथ आप कैसे audit कर सकते हो उसको रखा है, ताकि everyone can get the idea about this thing. Okay, so the system generated financial statement will take and will reconcile each and every figure, each and every item which is mentioned in the trading and loss account with the ledger. Suppose there is a discount which is given in the profit and loss account, we just need to check the discount ledger. There may be chances of multiple bifurcation of discount. One is discount received, another is discount paid, one discount is on account of GST, another discount is on account of financial discount. Okay, and the profit and loss account is going to show the club figure in the discount, the net figure. But as per ICI guidance note, we just need to show the separate figure of discount received and discount paid. So for that purpose, we need to calculate the same from the ledger when we'll do the ledger scrutiny. Okay, and this type of prima facie scrutiny our article assistant or our staff can easily do. Okay, then we just need to demand the all ledger. Don't demand the selective ledger, demand the all ledger. And when you will demand the all ledger, demand it in Excel file as well as in your PDF file, so that when you will demand it in Excel file, you can easily make the calculations in the Excel file. And when you will demand it in a PDF file, you can easily analyze the entries, you can easily analyze the adjustment entries, the transactions, and you can easily identify the ledger through the search button. So two type of ledger is required. One is in Excel, another is in PDF file. Okay, so when you will check that particular ledger in Excel, format will be thoda sa dikkat wahan par. Okay, but in case of PDF, the format will be in a perfect way. So we'll demand both the formats. We'll check the ledgers through the PDF. Whenever there will be a requirement of certain calculations, we'll take the help of Excel generated ledger. You just need to demand the GST ID password of your client. And this GST ID password is the biggest tool to do the audit in a very effective way, because you can cross verify the principal place of business, you can cross verify the additional place of business, you can track the nature of industry through the HSN code and SEC code. Okay, suppose I am just going to take one example that you are handling the income tax work. मैं किसी का काम छीनने की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं. I am just going to talk about our professional services. You are doing the income tax audit, but someone else is filing the GST return. Suppose you have asked the nature of industry of your client और उसने बोला कि यार मैं जो है टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री में डील करता हूं. When you have checked the HSN and SEC code which is mentioned on the GST and common portal, you have checked that this person is mentioned the HSN code which is related to garment. Okay, उसने बोला यार मेरा तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का काम है, मैं तो केवल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करता हूं, ग्रे को जो है कपड़े में कन्वर्ट करता हूं. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू सेल द रेडीमेड प्रोडक्ट. Okay, but when you have checked the HSN and SEC code on the GST and common portal, you found that garment related HSN code is there. You just need to connect with your client that sir, on your GSTN portal you have wrongly mentioned the HSN and SEC code which is related to garment product. So just change it, because if there will be any litigation in future, this will be create a problem for you, and definitely this will be add on of your service from your side to your client. तो client बोलेगा यार मेरे जो सीए साहब ने ऑडिट किए ना, उसने कुछ तो परफेक्ट देखा है, इसलिए ये भी मुझे बता दिया. Okay, so from your GSTN common portal, check the additional place of business, check the principal place of business, check the HSN and SEC code. Also, you can verify the complete reconciliation. I am also going to share with you the relevant reconciliations which is required to perform the tax audit in an effective way. Okay, I am going to share. But you can easily track the sales detail, the purchase detail. You can easily verify that the complete जो sales है उसके e-way bill generate हुए हैं या फिर नहीं हुए, so that you can track the genuineness of your client. फॉर योर रेगुलर क्लाइंट मुझे फेथ है, आई एम डूइंग द टैक्स ऑडिट, इन दैट केस हो सकता है मैं थोड़ा सा लिबरल हो जाऊं. बट इफ देयर विल बी एनी न्यू क्लाइंट, इन दैट केस आई जस्ट नीड टू चेक द सेल्स फ्रॉम द ई-वे बिल पोर्टल एज वेल. एंड this will not take more than 5 minutes if you have idea about the technology, and it will be a confirmation for you, and you can prepare the working note in your office. Okay, if a particular entity who has a turnover of 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 to 100 crore rupees, 100 CR rupees, and if you will check the data with the technology, in that case you can prepare the complete GST reconciliation within 45 minutes. not more than that. जितने मिनट में अपना ये सेशन खत्म होगा, you can prepare all the reconciliations. And this will be a great assurance for you about the genuineness. उसके बाद आप genuineness पे कोई डाउट नहीं कर सकते हो. और in future कुछ हो भी जाता है, in that case you have sufficient record that we have checked each and everything. So you can track the sales from the e-way portal. You can purchase from the GST R2B portal. You can check the credit ledger balances to verify the balance sheet items. You can easily verify the fixed assets from the GST and common portal. You can easily verify the effectiveness of input tax credit. You can easily verify the various persons which is involved in that particular business from the GST and common portal. You can easily verify the documentation part which is submitted at the time of registration. So this is not just a GST reconciliation. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We just need to put the turnover as per GST records. So we are going to check the GST portal and we are just going to put the same in the return that this is the GST turnover. This is not about the GST turnover. We can do the 70% of the audit part through the GST portal. Because your sales is available, your purchase is available, your expenditure is available, your closing balances of ITC is available, your all details related to the industry is available on GST and common portal. You just need to use the technology. Okay, so this is the use of GST ID and password. Reconciliations pe I am going to come in next 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, now TDS reconciliation reports. As we all know, in case of multiple things, we just need to identify that TDS should be deducted on a perfect way. So for that purpose, first we need to identify the nature of the industry. जैसे ही मुझे उस इंडस्ट्री का नेचर पता चल जाएगा, मेरे दिमाग में एक इमेज क्रिएट हो गई. देयर इज वन इमेज इन माय माइंड कि यार इस इंडस्ट्री के अंदर ये इस नेचर के ट्रांजेक्शंस हो रहे हैं. सो आई जस्ट नीड टू चेक द टीडीएस रिपोर्ट, टीडीएस रिकंसिलिएशन रिपोर्ट. तो जब मैं लेजर देखूंगा इन पीडीएफ फाइल, आई कैन इजीली आइडेंटिफाई देयर इज एनी एक्सपेंडिचर ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. So I need to check that the TDS has been deducted under section 194C or not. If there will be any professional fees, in that case 194J में TDS deduct हुआ या फिर नहीं हुआ है. If there is any payment of interest, in that case 194A में payment हुआ है या फिर नहीं हुआ है. In that case, if there will be any payment of commission, in that case 194H में payment हुआ है नहीं हुआ है. In that case, salary, I just need to prepare the sheet that the TDS has been deducted on account of 192 or not. If the business is related to insurance, in that case the relevant TDS has been deducted or not. सो जैसे ही मुझे आइडिया लगेगा नेचर का, तो मैं इजीली उसे रिकंसिलेशन कर सकता हूं. ऑल्सो यू नीड टू डिमांड वन टीडीएस रिकंसिलेशन रिपोर्ट फ्रॉम योर क्लाइंट एज वेल, कि उसने कितना टीडीएस डिडक्ट किया, कितना पेमेंट उसने गवर्नमेंट को कर दिया. एंड वी ऑल्सो नीड टू वेरीफाई द सेम फ्रॉम द ट्रेसेस वेबसाइट. एंड वी ऑल्सो नीड टू पुट द सेम इन अवर टैक्स ऑडिट रिपोर्ट if there will be any outstanding on the traces portal. Okay, so this is the documents, that is what is the documents which is required to conduct a tax audit in a very effective way. सर यहां तक सब कुछ समझ में आ रहा है क्या? एक बार जस्ट कमेंट कर दो ना चैट बॉक्स में. दिस विल बी अ ग्रेट एप्रिसिएशन फॉर मी इफ यू विल कमेंट इन द चैट बॉक्स दैट आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट्स, आर यू एंजॉयिंग द सेशन. यस सर, आर यू एंजॉयिंग द सेशन? Now, we'll discuss on certain special ledger should be checked very carefully. First ledger, which is your cash ledger. Because as we all know, there should be no any expenditure in cash more than 10,000 rupees. From that perspective, I need to check the cash ledger. I also need to check the cash ledger from the donation perspective, that donation should not be in cash with the maximum limit which is mentioned, that is 2,000 rupees. We also need to check that there is any purchase which is high with a significant amount through the cash. I need to verify. I also need to verify that the closing balance which is at the end of the year is showing in the balance sheet is completely linked or completely managed with the cash ledger की various entries. I also need to verify that the expenditure and the receipt on account of cash ledger is completely communist with each and every item. That is what is the thing I need to verify through the cash ledger. जबकि in maximum chances we are just doing one thing, that sir कैश लेजर से आई जस्ट नीड टू चेक देयर इज एनी एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ 10,000 और मोर, और हम हमारे क्लाइंट को बोल देते हैं यार ये 20,000 का एक्सपेंडिचर, इसको 2 टुकड़ों में कर देना का। कभी पूछा सर हैव यू जनरेटेड द वाउचर फॉर दैट? So we just need to ask our client that, sir, when you are going to make the entries bifurcation of 10,000, 10,000, in that case, you need to generate a new voucher as well. Okay. And this type of guidance we need to provide at the beginning of the financial year so that during the financial year, our client can easily follow the things. Although we need to check multiple type of expenditure, which is not allowed in cash, that the fixed assets is bought in the cash. In that case, depreciation should not be allowed. So we need to check there is any purchase of fixed assets through the cash ledger. So these type of things we also need to guide our article assistant as well. Income ledger, we just need to check that this is the income ledger, what is the nature of that particular income, client has paid the GST on that income as well or not, the same is reconciled through the GST and common portal or not. I'm not talking from GST perspective, but this is required in case of income tax as well. Whether this income is included while computing the total gross total income, whether the tax has been properly calculated, whether the income and the opening stock and the closing stock is matching. This is also required because the maximum amount of revenue leakage, the maximum amount of litigations, whenever there will be a litigation, the departmental authority will first check the ratio between your opening stock, your closing stock, and your gross profit. So this will play a very important role. This will play a very vital role. We need to be very much careful. We also need to do the certain ratio analysis. When we are doing the tax audit, we need to do certain ratio analysis. When you will prepare the tax audit report or financial statement in Excel, just put certain formulas in that particular Excel. You will get the ratios automatically. And this task can easily be handled by your article assistant. आज इस वेबिनार के अंदर मैं आपको कई सारी चीजें ऐसी बताने वाला हूं कि आपके आर्टिकल असिस्टेंट को इजीली हैंडल कर सकते हैं, और जब वो फाइनल करके आपके सामने ऑडिट लेकर के आएंगे, इन दैट केस यू कैन फाइनलाइज द ऑडिट इन नेक्स्ट 2 to 3 hours. It will not take much more time. You can do it in a very effective way. Ratio analysis can be done in that Excel file itself. Just you need to take the help of technology. Okay, we have prepared the complete Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, we have included the multiple checklist question answers we need to check, will fitting for each and every client. We have one fixed pro forma. In that case, ratio will automatically calculate the important ratio so that we can easily take the position of our client. And when we'll provide that Excel file to our client will also very happy. So this is the role of your income ledger. Whenever you will check the expenditure ledger, just demand certain vouchers, the invoices of the expenditure, that this expenditure is genuine not. कहीं केवल टू reduce the gross profit, to reduce the net profit, कहीं उसने fake expenditure तो नहीं डाल दिया है. We can also verify the expenditure from the GST and common portal when we'll reconcile the GST R2B, just to make one filter on the heads of the particular purchase. We can prepare the party-wise reconciliation as well. We also need to check that if there is certain type of expenditure on which RCM is applicable or not, and if the RCM is applicable on that expenditure, in that case client has paid the taxes under reverse charge mechanism or not, that type of confirmation also we need to do. We also need to demand the purchase register. Through that purchase register, we are going to reconcile the same with the GSTR 2B, whether the person has claimed the eligible input tax credit, whether the purchase register is completely fine, कहीं उसने कोई फेक परचेज तो नहीं शो कर दिए, to reduce the gross profit, to reduce the net profit, to increase the inventory at the end. So we just need to check the same through the GST and common portal. Sales register, we are going to verify from the GST and portal that the sales which is reflected in the financial statement or the sales reflected in GST and portal, कहीं उसने कोई sales skip तो नहीं कर दी, to show at the GST and common portal we can easily verify. We also need to verify the fixed assets chart, and if there will be any addition during the financial year, in that case we need to check that if the person has claimed the input tax credit on the fixed assets, in that case that person has claimed the depreciation only on the taxable value. If there is any addition, in that case that addition should be through a bank transaction only, that should not be through the cash transaction. If there will be any sales of fixed assets, in that case the GST has already been calculated and GST has already been paid. If there has been any sales of fixed assets, in that case the reversal as per rule number 43 has already been done or not. So these type of things we need to check. कहीं कोई फिक्स्ड एसेट्स पर्सनल नेचर की है और मैं बुक्स में कहीं डेप्रिसिएशन तो क्लेम नहीं कर रहा हूं, वी आल्सो नीड टू वेरीफाई थ्रू द नेचर ऑफ दैट फिक्स्ड एसेट्स. So this is the importance of checking of the ledgers. Important point from analysis perspective. Each and every item which is mentioned in your trading and profit and loss account, you need to do the analysis of each and every item. कैसे करेंगे मैंने आपको पहले ही बता दिया. You just need to check each and every item and cross verify the closing balance from the ledger. You also need to check the expenditure and compare the same with the last year, and for that purpose also you need to prepare the ratio. If there will be any huge change in that particular type of expenditure income, in that case we need to ask the reason from our client and we need to record the same for our future references. For the debtor balances, for the creditor balances, for the inventory balances, we just need to check and reconcile the same from the closing balances. Last year mein jo closing toda hai, opening will be started from that balance only. Also, when you will demand the trial balance, just demand the trial balance opening addition. That means debit, credit, and closing balance, so that you will get the idea that what type of debit and credit is done during the particular financial year. And this will be very much helpful for you while analyzing the financial statement, because the complete tax audit is based on your analysis. If you will perform the analysis in a good way, in a very well way, in that case, the result will be in a good way. Key point should be checked while doing the ledger scrutiny. You just need to check the related party transaction. When you are checking the, when you are discussing on the specific point that is related to nature of industry, you just need to ask there is any related party transactions. And through the analysis of related party transaction, we need to identify the nature of that particular expenditure or nature of that particular income. The requirement of that particular transaction we also need to link. In case of unsecured loan, we need to calculate the amount which is paid during the year, which is accepted during the year. We also need to calculate the maximum outstanding amount, because all these things we need to report in our 3CD form as well. Due to time limitation, I am not able to discuss on each and every item of form 3CD, but certain important items are there. I am going to discuss on that. Related to discount and interest, that client will provide you the financial statement, and in that financial statement you will get the net figure of discount and interest. We just need to bifurcate the discount paid, discount rates received, interest paid, interest received through the ledger scrutiny, because as per the ICI guidance note, we need to provide the separate figure. You need to verify the sales registered through the GSTR1. You need to check the fixed assets from very careful mechanism, because I have already shared the importance of fixed assets. When you will check the ITC ledger, the closing balances of input tax credit which is mentioned in the balance sheet, the same should be reconciled with the electronic credit ledger which is mentioned on the GSTN common portal. And if there will be any difference, मैं ये नहीं कहता हूँ वहां पर difference नहीं होगा. There are a lot of reasons. For that purpose, there may be a chances of differences between the electronic credit ledger which is mentioned in the balance sheet and which is available on the GSTN common portal. But you just need to take the records of the differences. And when you will take the reason of that differences between the GST closing balances on portal and on books of accounts, then you will get everything is genuine. Every transaction is genuine. That will be a reason for you. Check various expenditure, that TDS has been deducted or not, RCM has been paid or not. As we all know, in case of clause number 44 of form number 3CD, clause number 44 or form number 3CD, in that case we need to provide the complete bifurcation of expenditure, or I can say the complete bifurcation of input tax credit. Okay, so when you will feed the data in the particular clause number 44 related to the bifurcation of input tax credit, just demand the item wise summary from your client. Each and every accounting software is sufficient or efficient to generate the item wise summary, and when you will demand that item wise summary from your client, in that case, just check that item wise summary. You will find out various heads: purchase, the expenditure, the fixed assets, everything you will find out. You just need to put the data in your clause number 44, and you just need to once reconcile the total of that input tax credit with the total which is mentioned on the GSTR 3B for the financial year of the which is mentioned on the purchase register, IGST, CGST, SGST. This is my clause number 44. Now, various reconciliations we need to do. So the first type of reconciliation which is required, that is my GSTR 1 and 3B. The sales which you have declared in your GSTR 1 return, the sales which you have declared in your GSTR 3B return, you just need to reconcile the figure which is mentioned on GSTR 1 and which is mentioned on GSTR 3B, so that it will be a cross confirmation for you that whatever will be the sales which is mentioned on GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, the same is reconciled with the books of accounts. Just take the taxable value IGST, CGST, SGST, GSTR 3B, GSTR 1. Just reconcile the total turnover. Turnover as per audit report, turnover as per GSTR 3B. In that case, we'll take the GSTR 3B wala turnover, so that because I am paying the tax through the form GSTR 3B only, so I will take the turnover of GSTR 3B. So turnover as per books of accounts, turnover as per GSTR 3B. If there will be any difference, in that case, we need to take the reason of that. And this will be also a very important task we need to do. Third type of reconciliation. GSTR 3B and GSTR 2B, whatever will be the input tax credit which is mentioned in GSTR 3B, the same is reconciled with GSTR 2B. And if there will be any difference, in that case, we'll take the reason from our client so that we can check the genuineness of our client. Also, GSTR 2B versus purchase register key input, I am going to check so that I can verify that my books data is also reconciled with the GSTR 2B and my purchase is very much perfect. I also need to check the RCM reconciliation. Sir, this is not GSTR 9 and 9C. This is your tax audit, and all those things you need to do in your tax audit itself, so that your tax audit in a very effective way. Or when you will do all these type of tasks at the time of your tax audit, and you are handling the 9 and 9C of your client. So when you will handle the 9 and 9C, when you will file the GSTR 9 and 9C, you will be very easy. It will be very easy for you to ready the GSTR 9 and 9C, because the complete reconciliation is ready in your hand. There is no requirement to make any extra efforts. RCM reconciliation you need to do. That means RCM paid in GSTR 3B, and as per your expenditure ledger, when you will check the expenditure ledger, you will find out certain legal fees is there. You need to check that RCM has already been paid or not. If there is any director remuneration is there, in that case, we need to check that the RCM has been paid or not. That means director fees. If there will be any payment on account of freight, RCM has been paid or not. Okay, these are the common examples. Although the list is very huge, there is total 14 items. So you just need to check the same. And last reconciliation, which is the key of all the reconciliations, the input tax credit which is mentioned, the closing balance of input tax credit which is mentioned on GST and common portal. You just need to reconcile the same with the input tax credit which is mentioned on बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स, दैट इज बैलेंस शीट. और अगर मेरे वो बैलेंसेस मैच हो रहे हैं, इसका मतलब माय सेल्स इज परफेक्ट, माय परचेज इज परफेक्ट, माय आरसीएम पेबल इज परफेक्ट. और इफ देयर विल बी एनी डिफरेंस, इन दैट केस विल टेक द रीजन ऑफ दैट डिफरेंसेस. Techniques to check the genuineness of the entity I have already shared with you. Okay, now this is our complete discussion on the technical part of the tax audit. जैसा मैंने आपको बोला था, next 40 minutes we'll discuss the complete technical part. So if you have any question, any doubt, any point, then you are free to raise the same in the chat box related to tax audit. I am going to take the Q&A as well. So if you have any question, in that case, you may put the same. While doing the tax audit, you just need to demand all these type of documents which we have covered. You need to do the audit through the GST and common portal. You need to take the help of टेक्नोलॉजी. सर इस टाइम मेरे कहने पे आप टेक्नोलॉजी का हेल्प करके टैक्स ऑडिट करके देखो ना. योर टैक्स ऑडिट विल बी वेरी इजी, योर टैक्स ऑडिट विल बी वेरी इफेक्टिव, योर टैक्स ऑडिट विल बी completed on a timely basis. Just create one Excel tool. Although we have one tool, in that particular tool we have prepared the complete checklist to perform the tax audit. We have created the tool to calculate the complete ratio from the tax audit perspective. We have created the tool for टैक्स ऑडिट के सारे क्लोजिंग balances I can reconcile so that my audit will be in a very perfect way. Try to assign that type of work to your article assistant, to your staff. Don't go for the vouchering verification. Do the vouching and verification with the help of technology. Yes, sir. In case of EVA bill, I am going to reconcile the data, but this will be very much required in case of new client and new entity. Okay, अगर मेरा कोई regular customer है and I know the genuineness of that particular person, in that case this is okay. But if there will be any new client, in that case this EVA bill reconciliation is very much required. We also need to check the purchase के case में भी EVA bill. Okay, we can check it through the EVA bill website. That is what is facilities available. We can reconcile the figure, we can download the Excel, we can reconcile the things. Okay, so this is our complete discussion on the technical part of tax audit. Okay, so I just request everyone, जिसने ये वाला session join किया है, I just request whatever will be your valuable feedback for the session, you just need to put the same in the chat box. And also I just want to share with you one more important information. On 16th 17 18 16 17 और 18 we have 3 days complete course on tax audit. In that course we'll cover the complete analysis of financial statement, will cover the complete analysis of form number 3CD 3CB, will cover the complete techniques to complete the audit in a very effective way, will cover the complete analysis of various technical tools, how we can prepare the checklist, how we can prepare the reconciliation, how we can prepare the ratio analysis. So everything will be covered. With that course will provide the complete tool to conduct the audit in a very effective way, and the complete support will be available till 30th September. Complete consultancy will be available. Okay, so this course will be started from 16th of August. 16 17 18 3 days we have course. And if you have any query related to tax audit, you just need to put the same in the chat box. I am expecting the questions, and if no query is pending, then just I expect your valuable feedback in the chat box. Whatever will be your valuable feedback for our today's session, just put the same in the chat box. I expect the feedback from each and everyone. I have already take 45 minutes for this session. Thank you everyone for joining the course. Thank you everyone for listening with us. Thank you for spending the 1 hour with us on this very important topic, that is tax audit. If you have any question, any doubt, you just need to comment in the chat box. You may provide the question in the chat box in that tab as well, while you will watch the recording as well. So thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. We'll meet you soon in any other webinar, in any other seminar, in any other event. Also, one more important information: every Sunday we have one free webinar. So if you want to join the same, then you just need to ping in on WhatsApp. We'll share you the link to join the sessions on every Sunday. So thank you everyone for joining the session. We'll provide you, if you will ask any question, we'll provide you the same in the chat box. Okay, I suppose now there is no any question is pending, and whatever will be your suggestion, whatever will be your feedback for the course, just put the same in the chat box. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.